Stainless Steel Apache as a playthrough on Tuesdays. Yeah, we're actually considering looking into adoption of kids who've had their guardians terminated. But we're in the initial stages of that, and it may or may not go anywhere. And that can be an issue with some of the kids. They've been through so much trauma that having them anywhere near other kids is just asking for trouble. We've had one family unit where the kids from that family have come through our house twice now. And at one point we had temporary placement of a young boy who was the same age as the boy from this family unit. Oh my goodness. It was a complete disaster. The kid we normally looked after wasn't much of an issue. He had a simplified understanding of what was going on. And he kind of accepted the situation and on the whole was a well-behaved kid. But this kid came into our house, and I'm not kidding, if he'd said to our long-term care, hey, let's climb up on the roof and you jump off, he'd have done it. And this kid was constantly looking at getting everybody else into trouble. Disrespected our home, disrespected everybody. He was constantly grounded. He was that badly misbehaved. And you'd explain to him, that's not acceptable. Was it behaviour? Oh yeah, I understand. And so he'd just carry on doing it. So, no. He'd pee on everything intentionally. And it just got to the point where, this kid needs to leave because he's causing issues with the other kids we have in the house. If you want to put him in care, put him in care, but don't put him in care where there's any other kids in the house because he is a bad influence and you're just going to end up with an army of rebels that are just going to be feeding off each other. You can deal with one in isolation, but when they start playing off each other, it's sort of, there's two of you and there's more of them. And that's never going to end up good for you, especially not when you're top end of 40, early 50s. Now where are you going? Turning round, do that last bit, and then I think the harvester is done. So I am guessing I can get at least one more bale out of this field, but probably not any more than that. Pull up here. Start jumping around the equipment. I could probably go and drive over and empty this here. Oh, we got 7,000 in there. That's not going to fit. Our license has at times gone up to 4, but I think we started with 2, and then what's that? A network error failed. Okay, so we started with 2, and we had a couple of respite care kids come through while we had them. So we popped up to 3 a couple of times. Respite care is basically where a foster parent needs some personal time for some reason. For example, you can't take the kids out of state, and at one point my wife's mother died, so she had to go down there for the funeral. I couldn't get away because of work, so I stayed home and looked after the kids while she travelled. But in some cases, that's not possible. The entire, the adults need to be somewhere else. They can't take the kids with them. And so at that point, what you do is you contact your foster worker, and they will place the kids for a week or however long it needs to be with another family. So we got a couple of times, we got kids for a week. They came into the house, they were nice, and at the end of the week they went home. No big deal. But then the 2 kids we had, their mother had a 3rd kid, so we've ended up generally licensed to a 3. Now we've dropped the license back to 2 because, quite frankly, it's hard work looking after that many kids. So we're now licensed for 2 over 3s to just about teenager, I believe. But in general, we'll only take sibling groups. So if it's a brother and sister, or 2 sisters or 2 brothers, then we'll take it. If it's any more than that, we don't have the room. We have 2 bedrooms, so we can put up a baby, but we can't. Go too many more than that. So that's what our license reflects. So there's a little patch here. There's a little bit over there if we need it by the telephone pole at the top of the field. If this gets me a full, depending how far down this strip I have to go to get full bail, I might try for another one. It's not looking good though. A little bit more, and done. Okay. I would say I don't have enough straw on this field to make another bale, so that's it for all of that. Oh, shit. Now I've got straw in the baler. turn it off. There we go. I think I'll put I believe just up here on the right in that shed, that's the workshop. I think that's the fuel tank. Yes. Okay, so that's a fuel tank. I think what I'm going to do is drive down to here. What the heck is that? Oh, that's a bale thing. What's in here? Equipment. That's the plough and the mower. Okay. P. Buildings, miscellaneous. Oh, where the heck are we? We are in the right place. Let's find our tractor. We'll put that there. Tractor, not too bad. This thing definitely needs a clean. Okay, done with that. And I'm going to put this, I think, in here, since there's nothing else to do with it. And we have a mower in here, so why not? Oh, this is a horrible piece of equipment to try and reverse. It's too short a wheelbase, so it can swing out quite badly very quickly. I can't see anything, and now we've hit the mower. Ugh. Okay. Say I probably won't. I will be using the that thing very soon. So knocking it around, not a good plan. Okay. It's in the shed. Okay. Let's get this out and turn it around. $700. Kind of heavy. Oops. Ouch. Bit of a bump there. Okay. Still hit it. I don't believe this. Let's pull you forward again. Okay. Get that baler in the corner. That's the thing with having a small tractor. It can do that. Trying to do that with a 6M was probably going to be a far tougher fight. I think I might put the weight over in that corner, because whoever does the ploughing's probably going to need it. Okay, done. I believe there's a shed here. We can put stuff around here, I guess. Let's say that's done for now. This we need to empty. That would not go well for us if someone tried to do that, because our garage is part of the house. We did have one of the kids turned on the gas stove before she went to bed, but didn't trigger the ignition circuit. So we woke up in the morning and the whole house smelt of gas. Fortunately, it wasn't turned on enough that it flooded the house and killed everybody, but we spent the entire day out. Left all the windows open so that the house could empty of gas. And following that incident, we went out and bought a new carbon monoxide gas sensor, because unfortunately it turned out our old one wasn't working that well. Done. And that will fold up now. Ugh! How the heck am I still rolling? I have to be careful about this, because I suck at reversing these trailers. Not realise the gas tank was that empty. I think it was more carelessness. It wasn't done maliciously. It wasn't, yeah. We didn't notice, but she played with the knobs on the gas stove. I don't think she intended anything bad to happen from it. Unfortunately. Filling a house up with gas is a bad idea. I am possibly old enough, but my geography probably precludes me from knowing about it. Not a local event as far as I am concerned. Remember, I was in England until just around the year 2000. So anything that happened prior to that, if it happened in England, I might know about it. If it happened in America, I probably don't. Okay, that's all clean. I'm going to put this back where we found it. Oh, too far, too far. Normally with a harvester of this size I would have the shorter trailer, header trailer. If you hang the header slightly further back than the middle, pretty much how I've done that one, it will go on the short trailer. Okay, we're done with you. You have more grain. I think we should take at least one load to the store. Question is which one? The top one. It's a nice trailer, though. It's a good size. Did look to see how much barley we've got. Okay, we've got a full tank of gas, so that's good. Crick. And up by the manor. Tight curve. We believe the bat signal is over there. Okay. Coming, let's go. Shall I drive at farm machinery speeds? I think in England the speed limit for a tractor on a road is something like 16 miles an hour. Signal. That's the bat signal. Oh. No, I'm not that old. My parents got their first colour TV in order to watch the moon landing. So black and white TV. Did I say colour? Black and white TV to watch the moon landing. And my mum and I apparently used to watch with Mother, which was the TV equivalent of Listen with Mother, which was a radio program. Okay, how'd we do? Just shy of 10,000. How much barley did we get? We have 91,000 litres. I think we started with about 14 or thereabouts. And 21 is 10,000. So 3 more loads, 10,000. So we got about £40,000 out of that field. Indeed, yes, Andy Pandy. Parsley the lion. But, yes, as far as current events are concerned, I never really. I don't think you really start being aware of what's going on until you're probably about 7, 8 years old, I would guess. I don't remember much of what we did, what I did as a child. Yeah, my mother tells me we watched black and white TV together. I have no recollection of that happening. And even at 8 years old, probably wasn't aware of much in the way of current affairs and news. Turn that off. And I can put the trailer in this shed, which I think is where it was originally parked. I'll put the cover over it. So we have, check the map. That field's harvested, that's field's cultivated. Both fields need to be ploughed. Oops. Both fields need to be limed. And that's all. I am inclined to seed this one directly and get something in the ground so that we've got potential income on the way. This field, once I've planted this, I can take the time to plough this field. Might as well use the plough I've got. And then plant this field as well. I also need to mow the grass on this one. I think, let's check the equipment. As far as planning goes, garage. Okay, this is 280 horsepower. The seeder needs 270, so that's adequate. So we could just run that out and start planting stuff. Back. No, garage. I was in the right place. This tractor has 138 horsepower and time for shopping. 138 horsepower. Baling Technologies. I am going to get one of those. So, drop the tipper. we will head up here, and I believe in one of these barns is a cedar. And that kind of looks like a cedar to me. And if we're lucky, it's got stuff in it. If we're unlucky, it hasn't. It's empty. That's not so good. So I think we need to buy stuff. Is it silos? No. Back. Miscellaneous. That would be it. Seed tank. Let's rotate the map round. And zoom in there. Okay. That's a seed tank. And we also want solid fertilizer. Liquids we can do later. For right now, they'll do. They're fairly cheap. However, the big question, how much do they cost to use? Oh, come on. Really? Okay, that's filling up. 2,000 for 4,159. $4,159. So that is 100, 200, about 300 pounds more expensive to use that than it is to fill it up from the big bags. Yeah. Go on. Let's try that one. That is not working. There we go. Okay, and we have 3,000 seed in there for 2,900. We could normally buy that for 2,700. So £200 more expensive to fill that up. So they are not good value for money. Well, okay. Where the money comes into it, they are saving me time and fuel to drive down to the store and go and get some big bags. However, okay, what do I want to plant? Oh, let's go the usual. Oh, let's go canola. Why not? Yeah, You can either do canola or soybeans. They're pretty much of a muchness, and we're about to drive off into oblivion. Yeah, helper, that didn't help. Ugh. Dude. Who taught you to drive? Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll aim, pull that up and aim to 180. Good. Okay, 179. That should even out to approximately 180. Okay, worker can do that. I need this tractor. Oh, that's what I wanted to look up. That tractor versus the plough. 138 horse. 180. Yeah. That tractor's not going to work. Yeah, now when I'm talking current events, I'm thinking major events. So things like the Space Challenger blowing up on takeoff, oh, sorry, the Space Shuttle blowing up on takeoff, the other one blowing up on landing. You remember those events. They're big. But even a 5-year-old doesn't necessarily remember those events. I mean, if you think about it today, kids who are graduating school this year do not remember planes flying into the World Trade Center. That's how long ago that event happened, and yet anybody who was alive at the time, they remember that. And most of them probably remember what they were doing when they heard about it. I just saw him going the other way. Where's the time? Coming up for lunchtime. somewhere around here. I think that was the manor. That's the back gate for the manor. And this should be the farm entrance. That doesn't look like the farm entrance. Did I miss it? Or is this it? I think this might be it. Marwell Manor Farm. Yay! We're not entirely lost. And if needs be, this tractor can be used for fertilising, because I can put narrow tyres on it. I may do something crazy like get myself a little Cumberland spreader that attaches to the back of the tractor directly. Although, as far as I'm aware, and I think I tested it at one point, you don't have to put narrow tyres on until the second or third stage of growth. There's two more. Yes. I think what I might do is I'll put the bales in the barn. Put the bales in the barn where I got the cedar out of. Or the one next to it. The one next to it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, let's do it in the one next to it. Oh, okay. There's a sprayer in there. Doing very well at this again. Okay, back you go. Ooh, too much turning, too much turning. Straighten up. That's possibly close enough. Yeah. Good enough. What's that look like? Okay, I can see what happened there. So I was a little bit off the 180. But, that's corrected itself. There's a big triangle at the top end. going to take a while to empty this field. Both an advantage and a disadvantage of the square bale trailer. Carries 16, so you can clear a field a lot quicker. But it's incredibly heavy, so you need a good sized tractor to haul it around. On law folds, I can't get away with anything less than the 300 horsepower tractor to haul the square bale trailer. But I think in part that is because I'm using the real fuel usage mod, which adds a lot of weight to what you're hauling. There we go. Move forward a bit so they don't all fly into the air. And we're done. Doing? Not bad. Did I look? I didn't look. Stats, right there. Wow. Okay, 75 bales. It's going to take 10 trips to clear this field. So this is quite a big field, 75 bales. It wasn't limed, ploughed, or fertilised. So just think how much more we could get if that all got done. Good lining up in front of the door. Just about to say this should be where the practice I get in ETS or ATS comes in to pay off. I guess not. be blocked by an object. That would be bad. I suppose I should look. Seriously? Didn't we learn last time? Oh, yeah. Oh, at least we could get out backwards. Let's turn it on, lower it. And do that. Try and get back on 180 there. A little bit too much. Off you go. Go. Seriously, what object? There we go. You're happy. So where do we get up to with this one? I was trying to line up the bales out the back. In some cases, having camera collisions on is kind of a good thing. But in other cases, not so much. Let's pull forward so they're not overlapping. And that should be good. Okay. This is not going. I'll put this out in the field with the bales. That would be a good plan. I'm trying to think, because this isn't a regular farm for me. This is a first look. It's a little bit more tricky to leave myself cryptic notes about what needs to be done next. First thing I do when I start playing a session is I'll jump around the vehicles and see where everything is. So this is in a field with a bale trailer, and there's a lot of bales on the field, so obviously I'm collecting those. This has a seeder attached and is planting this field, so that's obviously the job it's doing. This vehicle is in a shed, so I'm not planning to use that. If I was planning to use it, I'd get it out and park it close to a field. So everything that we see here is good to go. I will stop that now. Oops. Lift. You are absolutely fine exactly where you are. So, using up fertilizer quicker than we are seed. That's okay. Hey, hot air balloon. Yahoo. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. I'm getting tired. So I am going to call it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. If you've got any of your Saturday left, have a good day for the rest of the day. Otherwise, have a good day tomorrow. I may be back tomorrow afternoon, evening. I am really not sure at this point. But as it is, I need some sleep right about now. So have fun, and I'll catch you later. Good night.